What's going on, folks, man? It's your boy Money Man coming back to you again from the set, where today, man, we're gonna talk about a phone that's been out for quite some time, right? But in all the hubbub and whatever we got going on, man, this phone always gets left by the wayside. Well, by the masses. For if you in the know, then you know. Today we're gonna talk about the OnePlus 12, and this phone is absolutely gorgeous. So, is this still the flagship killer that we all know and used to love? Is OnePlus back from their hiatus when they went off trying to do some crazy stuff? Or is this just another run of the mill supposed flagship killer? We about to find out, man. Let's get into it. So first off, let me just say, spoiler alert. If you're in the market for a new phone and you want the best bang for your buck, you might want to keep watching this. So now, first off, this phone is an absolute beast. Yeah, an absolute beast when it comes to battery life. I am easily getting 7 to 8 hours of screen on time on this thing. And then to top that off, when it finally dies, right? The included charging brick that comes with this phone is capable of charging this phone up in 30 minutes. So I can go from 0 to 100 in 30 minutes. I know, that's freaking insane. I get it, right? But this is honestly the biggest, this is the biggest standout feature on this phone, because it not only changed the game as far as charging, but it releases that anxiety that you get about when your phone is about to die. That's a plus up. It actually changed the way I actually charge my phone. So it completely changed the charging habits that I normally exhibit. Oh, you go to bed, pop it on, or if you want to top off before the end of the day, yeah, you good. But with 6 to 7 hours of screen on time, well, 7 to 8 hours, sometimes I got a little bit more, honestly. And that wasn't me just streaming videos. I was actually doing stuff with this phone to get that amount of screen on time. And then to top it off, you can charge it up just that fast with that super VOOC charging. Come on, man. You can't beat that. The 6.9 display on this thing is absolutely gorgeous. The colors pop, it's plenty bright, and it doesn't feel too big in the hand. So for it to be 6.9 inches, you would think that's leaning on Galaxy S24 Ultra territory, right? That phone just feels massive. This one, on the other hand, does not. So I think it's a win in that aspect. Now, the processor on this thing is a champ also. No stutters, no lag, but you do tend to get hiccups sometimes when using the device. But that could have been just a habit of mine. But for the most part, the thing has been buttery smooth. Now, one of the things that I just absolutely didn't like, when using Android Auto, which I use quite frequently actually, it gets hot. It gets a bit toasty. I mean, I wouldn't say it's to the point where you wouldn't want to touch it, but it does get a bit toasty when you actually like using Android Auto. Now, I did get a few messages that say, hey, the phone's getting a little too hot, but it never shut off. I did complain about overheating, but it never shut off. None of the performance dropped. So I guess it's just one of those things with Android Auto, right? And I've been noticing that. Well, when you're using wireless Android Auto, let me say that it's wireless Android Auto, but that's to be expected with the data transmission. But this one actually gave me notifications saying, hey, it's hot. You might want to chill out. I ain't chill out. Get out of here with that. It's a flagship phone. Or is it? Now, some people get caught up in the way a device looks. right? And that's justifiable because you're spending upwards of $1,000 sometimes on these devices, and you want it to look a certain way, but realistically, who cares? Because you're just gonna slap a case on it anyway. But this one was a bit different with this gorgeous emerald green or whatever, ocean green, whatever color that OnePlus is calling this thing. It is absolutely amazing. It looks like if I was to order a marble countertop and have it for my kitchen, that's what I'm pretty sure what it would look like. Now, I was gonna go for the traditional color, but I wanted to take a step out. I've been kind of doing that this year with phones. When I got the S24 Plus, I got the violet, whatever. This one, I got this green color. So yeah, it's a win for me. It makes you want to put a clear case on it, albeit most of them say they don't turn yellow, but they do. So, but this one was actually worth it, and it definitely turned some heads, not only about the choice materials and the design here, but the actual camera unit. We'll get into that later. Let's talk about the software on this. It's just like any other Android phone, right? You had one, you had them all. But for the most part, the Oxygen OS on this, it runs smooth as expected with the processor that's in this thing, and the way Oxygen OS normally runs, you kind of can't go wrong with it. So no issues in that department when it came to using Oxygen OS and this OnePlus 12. Albeit I skipped 2 versions of the OnePlus phones because they was out to lunch, and I didn't want to partake in that. So when I heard about the 12 and I heard about the features and the processor and all the other good stuff that they got in here, I figured I might as well take a look at it. So no issues with performance with this thing whatsoever. Now, not a deal breaker for me, but it's worth mentioning that OnePlus did skip out on the AI features that comes with the Snapdragon processor, right? Not a big deal, don't care. I can install Gemini or Copilot Plus or ChatGPT, and I don't even use ChatGPT. That's why I can't say it, right? But I do use Gemini and I do use Copilot, so there you go. But it's just worth noting. I did have a few issues when it comes to gaming. And what was those issues? I don't game, so I don't know about that. I'm sure with everything that OnePlus put into this phone, it could handle some games. I reserve my gaming for things of console nature or a PC every once in a while. Oh, and a Switch. So I reserve my gaming for those functions, but everything I threw at this phone as far as video editing, anything you throw at it, had no issues. So let's talk about the camera. Yeah, the camera. What everybody tends to go to these days, right? It's good, but it's not the absolute best. And I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you know that already. Photos and videos look great. Again, but that is a matter of personal preference when we talk about photos from mobile devices and photos in general. Some people like the oversaturated look. Some people like the vivid colors. Some people like the more muted colors. Some of them like the natural look. You get where I'm going. So it's all subjective, right? But with this one, it does have a bit of inconsistency sometimes. And that's okay, because no phone really is perfect. But for what you get for the price, you can't really beat that. And the ability to zoom without switching lenses by changing the focal length and that with a double tap, it makes this thing pretty handy. Now, overall, the camera system is very, very capable. And I'm okay with that because of the other things that you get into. Will you miss a shot with this device? No. Will you get super crispy photos and videos more than often? Yes. But where does it rank against the big boys? You know who I'm talking about. Now for me, here's the top 4. You got the Pixel 8 Pro. You can't go wrong with a Pixel when it comes to photos. Now videos is a little questionable sometimes, but with the 8 Pro, they kind of changed that, right? The iPhone 15 Pro series is number 2 for me. That phone is, there's no compromises in there. You got best in class photo stills, video. Obviously, Apple always uses iPhones for their productions. How? I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be that great to make my videos look like that. But that's beside the point. So with that one, the number 2 is the iPhone 15 Pro series. Coming in third, I know, Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus and Ultra. That's my number 3. And coming in behind that is the OnePlus 12. So we're not in bad company here. We made the top 5, good to go. And you get all of that for a fraction of the price of what you would pay for these other devices. Again, flagship, killer. Incredible value, great specs, great performance, all packaged into one. And to close this thing out, man, in the world full of overpriced phones, the OnePlus 12 is a breath of fresh air. It really is. It's fast, it looks great, it won't break the bank, and it's the flagship killer. OnePlus brought it back. So if you're tired of paying an arm and a leg for a mobile device, you might want to get a OnePlus 12 a serious look. You will not be disappointed unless you're one of those camera stat nerds that used to follow DxO marks just to see who had the highest rating on a camera, and you still was shooting in auto, not manual. You know who you are. So if you want a little in on the lighter wallet side with some exquisite design features that is surely gonna turn some heads, you might want to get a OnePlus 12 a look. I'm your boy Money Matt. I'm gonna get on out of here and go do something important with my life. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video, and comment down below what phone you think takes the best pictures in 2024. I'm your boy Money Matt, bro. I'm gonna get on out of here. Peace.